1. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2023. Ending explained, shocking twists and sequel potential. 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 breaks franchise record on Rotten Tomatoes. 1. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2023. Ending explained, shocking twists and sequel potential. Unraveling the shocking conclusion of the latest I Know What You Did Last Summer / I. Caution. Spoilers ahead for I Know What You Did Last Summer. In the picturesque coastal town of Southport, North Carolina, the youth often find themselves making disastrous decisions on the night of the 4th of July, leading to catastrophic outcomes. This is the premise that the I Know What You Did Last Summer / I franchise seems to suggest. Fast forward nearly 3 decades from the original film released in 1997, and we are introduced to a fresh installment of I Know What You Did Last Summer / I, crafted by writer-director Jennifer K. Tin Robinson, known for I Do Revenge / I, and I, Someone Great / I, alongside co-writer Sam Lansky, a Time contributor and author of I, The Gilded Razor / I, and I, Broken People / I. This new narrative brings together a new ensemble of friends: Ava, Chase Sway Wonders, Danica, Madeline Klein, Milo, Jonah Hauerking, Teddy, Tyreek Withers, and Stevie, Sarah Pigeon, who find themselves entangled in a deadly cover-up following a roadside incident that leads to a killer, dressed as a fisherman, stalking them. If we had a dime for every time this scenario played out, we'd have 2 dimes. Not a fortune, but it's certainly peculiar that it has occurred twice. In this iteration, instead of the group hitting a pedestrian while speeding along the Southport cliffs and disposing of the body in the ocean as seen in the original film, these 20-somethings inadvertently cause a driver to swerve violently, resulting in the vehicle crashing through the guardrail. As they attempt to rescue the truck from the precarious edge of a cliff, it ultimately tumbles down, leaving the injured driver trapped inside. Faced with the gravity of their actions, the friends contemplate calling the authorities but instead choose to flee the scene, later relying on Teddy's affluent father, Grant, Billy Campbell, a real estate mogul, to shield them from any repercussions. A year later, when the now somewhat estranged group reunites in Southport, Danica receives a chilling note that reads, I Know What You Did Last Summer, marking the beginning of a violent spree. As they come to terms with the brutal murders of their friends and family at the hands of a fisherman wielding a hook and spear gun, echoing a local murder spree from 1997, they seek assistance from the survivors of those past attacks, former couple Julie James, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Ray Bronson, Freddie Prinze Jr. Additionally, Sarah Michelle Gellar reprises her role as the slain pageant queen Helen Shivers in a dream sequence, warning Danica about the dire consequences of her and her friends' actions. As the body count rises, with Danica's fiancé Wyatt, Joshua Orpin, true crime podcaster Tyler, Gabriette, the unsettling pastor Judah, Austin Nichols, Teddy, Grant, and Milo all meeting gruesome ends at the hands of the new fishermen, Ava, Danica, and Stevie attempt to escape on Teddy's boat. However, it soon becomes apparent that Stevie may have been harboring some secrets from her friends. Once they are at sea, Stevie reveals a shocking twist. The victim of their accidental manslaughter was her pseudo-boyfriend, Sam Cooper, the only person who had supported her when her friends abandoned her after her father's departure. Strangely, she hadn't recognized the car or realized it was him at the time. But upon discovering the truth, her overwhelming grief and anger drove her to plot revenge and assume the role of the fisherman. Initially, she considered sparing Ava, who had advocated for helping the driver, but that notion has since been discarded. When Ray arrives on a smaller boat, a confrontation ensues where Stevie stabs Danica, causing her to fall overboard. In a desperate attempt to stop Stevie, Ray shoots her, and she too plunges into the ocean. Ray then takes Ava back to his bar, where he unveils a shocking revelation. There are actually 2 fishermen behind the murders, and Ray himself, who is Stevie's boss and mentor, is one of them. Driven to this betrayal by the local authorities' efforts to erase Southport's violent past to attract tourists, Ray makes Ava question the reality of his actions, even stabbing her in the process. Fortunately, Julie arrives just in time, having pieced together the mystery. When Ray attacks her, Ava shoots him in the back with his own spear gun, ending his life. In the closing moments of the film, Ava finds Danica, who has miraculously washed ashore alive, and they discuss the unsettling possibility that Stevie may have survived her fall into the ocean, hinting at the potential for another sequel. Will there be a sequel? In addition to the revelation that Stevie is still alive, the new I Greater Than I Know What You Did Last Summer / includes a mid-credit scene where Julie visits Karla Wilson, Brandy, her fellow survivor from the original 1998 sequel, I Greater Than I Still Know What You Did Last Summer / seeking her assistance for any future threats. Karla quickly agrees and the credits roll. However, according to Robinson, the future of a sequel lies in the hands of the audience. If the viewers show up and enjoy this film, we would be thrilled to create more, she states. 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 breaks franchise record on Rotten Tomatoes. After 27 long years, the chilling legacy of I Know What You Did Last Summer has finally returned to the silver screen, and fans' hearts are pounding with anticipation. But does the sequel live up to the hype? Or is it just another horror flick that should have stayed buried? Published 22 hours ago. Bold opening statement. After 27 long years, the chilling legacy of I Know What You Did Last Summer has returned to the silver screen, and fans' hearts are pounding with anticipation. But does the sequel live up to the hype? Or is it just another horror flick that should have stayed buried? Teaser but here's where it gets controversial. The highly anticipated legacy sequel, I Know What You Did Last Summer, has finally hit theaters, and the verdict is in. According to Rotten Tomatoes audience score, the film has achieved a popcorn meter rating of 69%, making it the highest-rated installment in the franchise's history. This is a significant improvement from the original's 41%, the sequel's dismal 29%, and the straight-to-DVD entry's measly 20%. It's a testament to how far this franchise has come. But does this success come with caveats? Friendly explanation for those unfamiliar with the franchise. I Know What You Did Last Summer follows a group of friends who, after a fateful night, must confront the consequences of their actions. The new film, directed by Jennifer K. Tin Robinson, brings back Ray Bronson and Julie James, played by original stars Jennifer Love Hewitt and Bridget Wilson. Thought-provoking question so, what's the catch? While fans are celebrating the film's success, not everyone is on board. One Rotten Tomatoes user described it as basically Scream 5 copy and pasted, and another criticized the film's forced callbacks and inane third act. There's even a comparison to Halloween Ends, which some consider a franchise failure. But here's the twist. Despite the negativity, the film manages to blend nostalgia with fresh elements, pleasing fans of the original while also attracting new viewers. Controversial interpretation it's worth noting that the film's success might be attributed to its ability to tap into the collective nostalgia of 90s horror fans. But is this enough to carry a franchise? Or does it risk becoming a mere relic of the past, relying on past glories rather than forging a new path? Engaging conclusion I Know What You Did Last Summer is now playing in theaters everywhere from Sony Pictures releasing. It's not perfect, but it's a worthy addition to the franchise, offering a mix of gore, suspense, and nostalgia. Is it a home run? That's for you to decide. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the critics or are you on Team Nostalgia?